Okay, folks, today I am here with a quick tip about the sequence of execution and how an if statement can help us control that sequence. So when we talk about the sequence of a program, we're talking about how the different lines of code, what order they're going to be run in, right? Or what order they're going to be executed. So typically, when we talk about our sequence, we expect that each line of code is going to be run from top to bottom. This is also called the flow of control, which is why I've named our class here flow of control. So we expect that our code is going to run from top to bottom. And so if I type these three different print statements and I run them, we're going to expect that in our console down here, you're going to see 1, then 2, then 3. We're not going to see 1, then 3, then 2. They're not going to print out of order. They're going to go from top to bottom. This is organized top to bottom because that's typically how humans read language. And so it makes sense for us to run it this way. So if we test this real quick by compiling and running our program, we do in fact see that it runs 1, 2, 3. So this unit, we're starting to talk about what are called control structures. And the first control structures is called the if statement, right? And our if statement, basically what we're doing is checking for a given condition. So I'm going to set this print statement inside of our if statement. And we're using a condition to change the flow of control, or to change the order of execution. What that basically means is that if in fact this condition is true, then yes, we will run this code. But if it's not true, if this is false, then our program's order of execution is altered. And instead of running this line next, we'll actually jump to the very end of the if statement here and then continue on from there. And that's what we call an if statement a control structure, because it controls the order of execution. So if this condition is false, like we've just typed in, we would expect to see a 1, to not see a 2 printed to the screen, and then to see a 3. So let's just check that. If we compile and then we run it, we do in fact see that we've skipped over this statement because our flow of control no longer runs top to bottom. It actually jumps from the if statement down to the closing bracket at the end and runs the next line of code.